In this video essay, I will be discussing the cinematic elements of mise-en-scène and cinematography expressed in the movie Just Another Girl on the I.R.T. directed by Leslie Harris. These elements allow the movie to portray a story that relates to social issues that plague everyday people and their reactions to them and how they solve or may not solve them. The beginning of this movie is set off by an establishing shot of a young man walking down the street with what appears to be a plastic trash bag. The young man appears to be fondling the bag, which makes the audience question what could be in it. The camera tracks alongside of the boy as he continues to walk down the street. The camera then cuts to a shot of a few trash bags and a trash can that is placed on the side of the road. The camera then zooms into the trash bag, and the opening credits begin to roll as if we just entered a brand new world. In these opening scenes, the camera shoots clips of different areas in what seems to be a predominantly black neighborhood. There's a sense of liveness that is felt because of the fun, upbeat music that has been added into this movie. The camera then tracks behind a young girl as she is walking down the street. The camera then follows the girl along the street by looking through metal bars that you would usually find in neighborhoods with a high violence rate or a high crime rate. In these scenes, establishing shots are used to give the audience a sense of where they are at and what this part of town looks like. If you listen closely to the music in the background, you can hear the lyrics stating that "this is my life," which contributes to the movie's theme of teenage rebellion. In this scene, the camera shoots an extreme close-up of the main character, Chantel, and a boy she meets at the train stop and portrays her flirtatious behavior that soon follows her throughout the movie. These next scenes are cuts of different regions in the upper East Coast of the United States. The movie shows each section to portray how culturally diverse society has become. Also, that the segregation of neighborhoods is almost inevitable because people tend to migrate wherever there are more people just like them. Hence, this is why we have Asian districts, Hispanic districts, African American districts, and predominantly white districts. At the end of this scene, the camera follows Chantel off the subway and cuts to an image of the nicer part of town, where she pauses to admire a building that the camera focuses on and tilts forward for the audience to grasp at how grand it truly is. The movie then cuts to a Steadicam shot where the camera is in front of Chantel, tracking her every step. The camera then tracks behind Chantel until she reaches a table and does something very odd. Chantel then breaks the fourth wall between the audience and the camera by addressing the audience by looking dead at the camera. Chantel then states a stereotype that follows being from Brooklyn and that she is a tough girl and doesn't need to listen to anyone and will not listen to anyone. The scene then cuts to a shot of one of Chantel's friends with her baby waiting for the subway. Chantel and one of her best friends surprise her friend and have a nice conversation about the baby. During this scene, the camera films the young girl telling her friends about the difficulties she is having with her baby's father. This scene displays the issues people can face at having a baby at such a young age and how boys tend to freak out and leave after they get a girl pregnant. The movie then cuts to an intimate scene between Chantel and her new man at a restaurant talking about how much they would like to have sex with each other.
I want to get busy too. Yo, I'm the one with the permanent seatbelt mark on my back.
The movie then cuts to a medium close-up of Chantel and her boyfriend in his bed about to have sex. Chantel asks her boyfriend if he has a condom and he replies with that they won't need one. Chantel then begins to have second thoughts over what they are about to do, which in turn angers her boyfriend. Chantel's boyfriend then manipulates her into having sex with him without using a condom by stating how she wanted it and that she acted like she did and that she was so tough. Many teenagers have experienced this type of scenario where they are pressured into having sex with someone through the use of reverse psychology. In this next scene, the camera shoots an extreme close-up on Chantel's face as she is at the doctor's office to find out if she is pregnant. The camera then tracks alongside the countertop in the room while showing different objects that the doctor uses. This scene displays the nervousness Chantel feels as she awaits the doctor's arrival to give her an examination. This next scene is shot in the office of an adoption agency where Chantel is discussing her options with an agent. Chantel states that she feels like it is impossible to give up her baby after carrying it for 9 months. This scene displays the hard decision many teenage girls are plagued with after becoming pregnant. For many, this scene is extremely relatable because they understand where Chantel is coming from and know what it is like to not know what to do in this situation. Chantal advocates how it is wrong for the government to decide whether she can get an abortion or not. This scene displays the controversial topic of abortion, whether it is the right of the mother or the duty of the government to decide whether a woman can get one or not.